In this video, you're going to learn the easiest way to learn the golf swing. Let's do it. So there's a couple steps here on the easiest way to learn the golf swing. The first step though is you have to start with actually hitting the ball, so impact. We're going to start with hitting this golf ball and then we're gonna build our golf swing from there. So I'm gonna put you in the position that all the pro players are getting to where they hit consistent golf shots. So what all of the pro players are doing is the club face is coming in very square like this and they're coming in nice and shallow. So if you look at my hand here, they're not coming in steep. They're not coming in like this. They're coming in nice and shallow. So it's almost like they're sweeping the golf ball. So the position you need to put your body in to do this movement where the club face is pretty much almost square back here and through there it's also very square. So you have about a foot where the club face is remaining extremely square and you're extremely shallow to the ground. And that's how they hit just about every single golf shot. So the position you need to put your body in to achieve this position is, if I could just get all of you to work with me here and just stand straight up and down like this. So if you just naturally in balance on flat ground, stand, you're not going to be tilted one way or another or rotated one way or another. So you're just, everything's in sync here, perfectly straight on, no tilt or rotation either way. Now what I want you to do is, all great players coming in impact have this trail arm tucked in. So that's what I want you to do. And then to get the club face square, your forearm needs to rotate over. It's the position that pretty much every golf instructor on YouTube says you need to do to shallow the golf club, is twist your arms. So we're gonna start there with these forearms twisted, but the upper part of your arm tucked in. This is a pro position that you need to do to hit great golf shots, but all of you can do this. So we're starting with impact. We're getting this trail upper arm tucked in and the forearm rotated over, and that's gonna get the club face square. And so now what we're gonna do is, we're facing forward, no tilt either way, and we just bent forward a little bit. And our trail arm's in this position, and we're gonna use our body to come in nice and flat with a square club face. And this is exactly what every single pro is doing right here. It's coming in and then they're pushing off their left leg to maintain this flat spot through the ground with a very square club face. And so now we also need to put our left arm on. So don't just reach for it like this. The left arm will actually be, if you pull really hard, you'll see it wants to rotate this way. So it rotates. And that's how you pull hard, is you don't have it palm to the sky, you have the upper part of your arm rotated this way all the way. And then also the forearm's twisted all the way this way, just like this arm. So both upper arms are twisting this way, both forearms are twisting this way. And now from this position, the wrist is just cocking back and through, and we're using our legs to push through the ball. So this is where you start, is at impact, understanding, okay, I'm facing the golf ball. If I put my arms like this, how can I move through the shot to hit in front of the ball, flat, with a very square club face from here to here. It's all about here to there. So another couple things I want you to notice real quick about this position where you can have a nice flat spot through impact is how much hip hinge you need to do that movement and how you're gonna be bent over. So let me grab a dumbbell really quick. So if you were to swing a dumbbell around you, what is your lower back doing? Is it arched like this? No, because I can't move. Your lower back will be bent over and you're gonna swing back and through. But there comes a point where you can't bend over anymore. So I couldn't bend over this much because then I'd come up to swing this dumbbell around me. So it's this position where you have an arch to your back and then you round it as much as you can. And then any more than that is excessive. And it's a position that is going to be unique to every one of you, from there to there, and that's it. And that's the position my back wants to be in to swing this dumbbell around me. So the rest, to get down to the ball, now that our lower back is in this position, and my arms are in the position that I showed y'all, and I'm here, I have about another 6 inches to get to the ground. So how am I going to get there? I have to, with this club, now that I'm bent over, hinge my hips. And from this position, I can now use my legs to hit in front of the ball. So now we're about to work to the next step. And the next step is, how do we get here? How do we get right here in the swing? Because Nate, that feels almost impossible. How am I ever swinging full speed gonna get right here? How does that even happen? Well, that's the hard part, and that's what we're gonna work on next. I firmly believe each and every one of you can stand straight up and down, put your arms in the positions I just told you, and put them on top of your chest. Bend your back forward and hinge, and then cock your wrist back and go through the ball. I think every single one of you can do that. Now, the hard part is getting right here. So there are 3 ways that I'm gonna show y'all to how to learn to get to this impact position, and how you can go mess with it and go figure this out in your own swing, because what I'm about to show you is going to be the easiest way you can learn the golf swing is around these couple things I'm about to tell you. So the first thing is this. It's how your trail arm wants to work around you. And I think it's very important to follow the natural motion of your body. We're all created uniquely. You need to follow how your arm gains strength and can support a 15-pound dumbbell. Because if you can support a 15-pound dumbbell, you can support the club going through impact. So this dumbbell is about to tell me exactly how I need to swing my arm. Because if I start swinging around me, and I'm gonna lose balance. So to be in balance, I'm gonna have to do the right thing. So right here is where I showed y'all to start, and then we push through the ball. So I'm gonna try to feel with this dumbbell how to get to right here. So if I just swing my trail arm around me, I can feel that that's pushing me off the ball. But if I go right here, boom, I feel like I can get into this same exact position where I can push through the ball. So the first thing I want you to do is grab a weight, go to a gym, find someone with a dumbbell or a weight, and swing it around you. It's not way over here and pulling you off the ball. It's how you can swing it around you right here. And what you'll notice is that the easiest way to get to this position that I showed y'all to start is you keep your trail arm, your trail upper arm tucked in the whole swing. You keep it tucked in close, because it's going to be very easy to get right back to here to where you can go through the ball. Because as soon as you let this trail arm fly up to the top, how the heck am I going to get to right here, right? So for the dumbbell to get to here, we're going to maintain the same position of the arm. The upper part of the arm is going to stay tucked in, and the forearm is going to stay rotated like this. And we're just going to take that to the top, because from here, I can easily get back to right here. So this is a 15-pound dumbbell that I'm making look light because I'm putting my arm in the right positions. You can see I'm not that big, okay? So it's because my arm's in the right positions, I'm supporting this dumbbell at the top of the swing. And so then I can swing it around me. If I can swing this dumbbell around me and not have the dumbbell going over there or swinging out that way, and I can swing this dumbbell around me down the target line, there's no reason you can't swing the club down the target line. You just need to put your body in the right positions and know how to do the right thing. Because you all can do it, you just have to feel how to do the right thing. So again, the first thing I wanted you to do is swing this trail arm around you. And you can also put on your lead arm too and see how it wants to work as well. The second way I want you to try to feel how to get to this position where you're coming nice and shallow with a very square club face through the ball and you're going to hit consistent golf shots is this flat hand drill. So if I did that correctly, look at this club. Imagine I have a wall right along the lead side of my body. Imagine this club is the wall. The goal is we want our hand to be flat in the same positions right here. So the trail upper arm still tucked in, this forearm still rotated over, and we hammer it flat. So if you're saying, how can I apply the most amount of force to a wall that's right here with a flat hand? Flat hand. It's going to be with your trail arm right here, where you can, boom, slam it. As soon as your trail arm leaves up here, yes, you could do some Fred Couples things and hit the wall, but most likely it's going to be like your arm here because you early released, or maybe you sliced it, You're not going to be coming in from the inside, shallow with the square club face and slamming the wall. So the way to feel this is if you just hang your trail arm in front of you and crank a chainsaw. Look where your trail arm goes. It goes tucked in to its position of strength, upper arm tucked in, forearm rotated this way. Like the waiter holding the, I don't even know what you call that, tray. Is it called a tray? I don't know. So you're holding a tray up here. And so basically your golf swing will automatically be shallow because you're just going to turn and it's going to perfectly drop right here where you can go through the ball. It always stays in front of you and you keep it in front of you and you keep it in front of you. So just imagine a wall and the goal is to slam your flat hand up against it, okay? You're not going to turn off the ball because then you're gonna have to like lunge your head into the wall almost. We want our head to not slam into the wall, okay? Wall, hand, slam it. So you can intuitively see how we can do that. And at the end of the video, I will show you exactly the fundamentals to do that. And it is the single plane swing fundamentals to do that, everything I'm saying in this video. But I'll show you that at the end. The third way to get to right here to impact every time is Ben Hogan's drill. It's Ben Hogan's drill because to get to right here, there's a certain rotation of your body that's just really hard. It's really hard to feel that if you haven't felt it before. But with this drill, Ben Hogan's drill, you're going to be forced to do the right thing. So if I could have you do the Macarena and have your palms to the sky, and so don't pull your arms into your side, pull them both in front of you like this. Pull your arms in front of you like this. And now from this position, I want you to then, as you grip the club, rotate your forearms over like this, and then let them fall, but don't keep your wrist cocked like this, uncock it. So let your arms fall and uncock the club. So what I want you to do is you'll quickly see that I can't hit the ground. You can't hit the ground unless you stay down and turn in the shot. You hit the ground, practice hitting the ground. And the position that I'm in right now is the exact position that's right here. So it's going to exactly teach you the way to do this. You tuck those elbows in, you let the wrist cock. And so just like the golf swing, we want to be going right down the target line. So if y'all can see this target line here, I'm going to try to go right down that. See, my club is over this club now. You don't want to go way out to the right. You don't want to go way left. You need to feel how you can hit in front of the ball like this to go down the line. And that, how you're moving your body and you're being in control of your body, is exactly how you get right here. Because to go from here to hitting the ball, look what it's doing. And then as I turn through it, it's exactly the same positions. So now I'm going to show you the exact fundamentals that you need to be able to hit this position. And they're the exact fundamentals that I teach. It's the easiest swing you can possibly learn, the single plane swing. So the 4 fundamentals of the single plane swing are, you need to keep your weight centered. If I go back to the Ben Hogan drill here, look what happens as I put all my weight back. So I'm not centered, I shifted off the ball. I can't hit in front of the ball. Right here would be in front of the ball. And then I can't have my weight all the way forward and swing down the target line because I'd be swinging out to the right. So with your elbows tucked in and your wrist uncocked to swing down this line, your weight needs to be in the middle of both feet that are on the ground. So if my weight is right here, it's right here, look at how I can swing right down the target line. So you're in control of your body. If you can do this drill and swing down the target line, you can swing a golf club and not hook it or slice it and swing straight down the target line as well. The next thing you need to do is turn properly. So without you knowing it, as you're doing this drill, to either swing this dumbbell around you in balance, or to pull your elbows in and to hit past the ball down the target line, you're unknowingly turning correctly in the fundamentals that I teach. So there's this thing called swing plane. So if you see the hula hoop, as I'm standing straight up and down, you can see the hula hoop is staying flat to the ground. Now, as I bend forward, this is what makes golf hard, because we can all turn like this, but it gets harder as we bend over because there's a third element called side bend that's added, and there's the hip hinge of you bending forward. So to maintain the swing plane as we bent over, you are now not only going to need to turn, you're going to need to tilt down as well to maintain the swing plane. And these are the fundamentals that you unknowingly are doing to maintain relationship to the ground to hit in front of the ball. Because if I in the drill don't turn like this, but I turn off the ball, or maybe my head stays centered and I turn my shoulders flat like this, you're losing the relationship to the ground and your ability to strike the ball. See, that this is the shoulders turning flat, and you can see I hit here about a foot behind the ball. In the swing, you probably wouldn't hit a foot behind the ball because you'll athletically figure out a way to hit the ball, because your brain is, for most of you, is good enough at finding a way to at least hit the ball and make contact. But the shot you want is not going to be as good of a result as you want. So right here, to where I can hit past the ball down the line, I had to turn correctly. And the swing plane here will show you. And this will also show you how to set up properly. Because as you can see, if I set up with too much tilt this way, look what's going to happen. It's going to go out to the right. This is how we swing down the target line, is we're not tilted one or another, and you maintain it throughout the swing. And this is also how we hit down the target line with a square club face in front of the ball, is you don't do this, you go from here to there. From here to there. It's not really as hard as you think. It feels impossible. How could that be the only movement you need in the swing? From here to there. That's the only body motion you need to hit great golf shots. The next thing you need to do is set up on your unique swing plane. So if you noticed with the Ben Hogan drill, when we pulled our elbows in, we didn't have the wrist anywhere here. We had our wrist down, fully uncocked like this, not cocked. Because what's going to happen is, and you can see in this drill, is the wrists are going to uncock because you're swinging fast. So if I set up with my wrist like this, as I hit the ball, my wrist is going to want to uncock, making me too close to the ball. So you need to set up the right height and distance from the ball so you don't have to make any compensations in the swing. And that starts with having your wrist uncocked. So what I'd like you to do is just swing the club around you. And this is how your arms naturally want to swing around you. And you can also see this with a dumbbell on where your arms naturally want to be. And that position is going to be the exact position I set you up in. This, and then this. So now if I turn correctly into this position, now turn back. Oh, there we go. So I will set up here, not like this, because now I'm too close to the ball, and in the drill, oh, there we go. But if I set up here, which is the same position as here, I can hit the ground in front of the ball because I'm set up tall enough from it. But the compensations 99% of pro players make when they're too close to the ball here is you can do some combination of lifting your arms up off your swing plane and tilting differently, and they find a way to hit great golf shots just about every time. But for all of the other people, like me, we need a set of fundamentals that if we do it correctly, you can hit great golf shots. The last thing that I'll have you to notice, the fourth pillar of the single plane swing. So we have weight centered, turn correctly, set up on our swing plane, and now we have the lead arm straight. Because to swing around me, the lead arm needs to stay straight. As soon as I bend it, it's gonna rise, and this trail arm has gotten away from me, and we pull across the ball. So to stay low, the lead arm needs to be straight. If you bend it, it goes up too high, and you risk slicing the golf ball. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as that would really help me out. I teach the single plane swing, as y'all saw in this video. I think it is the easiest method that will ever be created, and it's a set of fundamentals that anyone can learn, and it can be customized to each person. And so if you look in the description at ManningGolf.com, I have a full step-by-step guide to learn the single plane swing, this method that I teach. All the little details that can trip you up. You just learn the 4 pillars of it, but there are little details that could trip you up in there. But if you follow the advice I said in this video, you'll definitely be on the right track. If you want to see me hit actual golf balls, I already have a full range session that I have posted on my YouTube channel. Admittedly, I didn't hit the ball that good, but I believe in my method so much that everyone hits bad golf shots, and I didn't execute a simple part of the fundamentals because I hadn't balls for a week and a half. And the next time I'll go out, I'll hit them better. So unlike 99% of YouTube golf instructors, everyone hits bad shots, and I'll show you all of them because I'm very confident in my swing method and its ability to help so many golfers actually have fun playing golf, because it's very hard. Let's admit it, the cat's out of the bag. So you can go see me hit actual golf balls. If you didn't know, I am in work attire right now. Besides my shoes, I had dress shoes on when I put a mic on, but I have a full-time job. And so to go to the range to film all these videos, it was really preventing me from even getting started. So I'd rather do what's easy for me to film the golf advice. The only part missing out is I can't really hit golf balls because there's 50 yards to the trees there. So what I'm gonna do instead is literally from now on, every time I go to the range, just about, I will film it and post it on YouTube so y'all can see the swing method in action. And I'm also going to start playing 9 holes a week so y'all can see the swing method in action. Most golf instructional YouTubers will have you think that they are this amazing golfer and they know what they're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. But then on their channel, they have never really shown you where the ball's going or have actually played golf and shown it on camera. And so from the start of my channel, I'm gonna do the complete opposite. I will be playing golf on camera, showing you all my bad shots. I wanna be extremely transparent. I'm not gonna do what all these other golf instructional YouTubers have done. So my first course vlog, I'm going to the beach. I'm taking time off from my full-time job as a financial analyst, going to the beach, and I'm gonna play 9 holes with my dad this Friday. Most likely this Wednesday, the 17th, is my birthday. So this Friday, I'm going to go play some golf, and then I'm gonna start playing 9 holes every week whenever the weather's good after work, and I'll get out there and try to post one of those every single week. But again, I hope you found some helpful tips in this video, and I hope the rest of your day goes well.